Just a quick intro for this video. I was looking for some tips on how to quickly determine whether you're in Guam or Northern Mariana Islands, which I'm just going to call Mariana for the rest of this video as it's easier. But I couldn't find anything, so I decided to take it into my own hands and figure out some tips that I'll be sharing in this video. I was wondering if the reason I couldn't find any is I'm missing something obvious that everyone else knows on how to quickly differentiate the two. If that's the case, just let me know and let's get on with the tips. The first tip I have, which is very useful, is that for the vast majority, Guam uses green street signs, whereas Mariana uses blue. I personally have seen one place in Guam that uses the blue street signs, which is this cul-de-sac area right here. In my experience, it's the only place I've seen the blue ones in Guam, but there's probably others I haven't seen everywhere, obviously. But that's a very useful tip. Next up, we have every Geoguessr player's favorite, poles. In Guam, for me, the most easily recognizable poles are these ones, where they have the left, right, left alternating things sticking out, and also these ones, where they just have the three long arms sticking out on one side. And for Mariana, the poles themselves generally are pretty generic, but I have found a lot of the time the generally wooden poles, dark wood, have these yellow strips with numbers on them. There can either be one or two yellow strips, but if you see those, you're in Mariana. In both Guam and Mariana, you'll find poles painted white at the bottom. However, if they also have a painted blue bit, then you're in Guam. I've personally mainly only see this in the southern areas of Guam. However, they could be elsewhere, but I just haven't seen it. But if you see the blue, you're in Guam. Moving on to road lines, while both Guam and Mariana often use these weird studded road lines as well as the regular painted ones. I've found Guam uses double yellows in the middle, whereas Mariana uses single. So, for example, here they're double yellow studded, and here we have double solid yellow with some studded along the sides. So both of these are in Guam. Now moving on to Mariana, we have single yellow down the middle here, and single yellow studded along here. So that can be pretty useful for differentiating the two. Next up, we have license plates, which I find isn't as helpful and consistent, but the Guam license plates are generally mainly just white, as you can see, whereas in Mariana, you'll get blue ones. You'll get ones that are mainly white, but you'll also get ones that have blue. You can see like a blue tint through the blur. If you see the blue tint, you are in Mariana. If you don't, then it doesn't really help. I find a lot of license plates in Mariana don't have the blue tint, or it's hard to see through the blur. But if you can see it, should be in Mariana. The last one I have is, in general, Guam is more flat and dry. However, there are some hills there. But if you see a giant rock face mountain thing popping up like this, you're in Mariana. And lastly, to finish out the video, I'll just play around on this Guam versus Northern Mariana Islands map that I'll link in the description below, see if we can put those tips into practice. Let's see what we get. Alright, right off the bat, let's see, we have single yellow dashed line down the middle, so that should be Mariana, if we believe my previous tips. Plus we have the flag here, Mariana flag, so yeah, just in Mariana. I'm not going to be as concerned with where, it's just the differentiating between the two, so let's just plop it down in the middle, see what happens. Not bad. Alright, what do we have here? Here, nothing standing out right away from the tips I mentioned. So let's just move a little. Let's see. I have ideas on what this feels like, but want to see if I can find something more concrete to show you. Here we have green street sign, so should be Guam. Have a city over here in the distance with these tall buildings. That should mean it is, I believe that should mean it's Hagatna, or however you pronounce that. Butcher that hard. You can see it's to the south, so we should be maybe over here. Right over there. Not bad. All right, we are on a beach. There are, you often get a, I guess, I don't know if it's technically trekker coverage, but non-car coverage. Here, and as a general rule of thumb, I would say most of the time, if you get non-car coverage, it's Northern Mariana Islands, but can be Guam. I don't personally I recognize quite a few of them, but not this one. So, but let's see if we can't figure it out. We got some sort of land to the southeast. We might be connected all the way along here. Hard to tell, or could also just be an island. So let's see if we're on. I know you get trekker coverage on here, and this is, if this is could be the mainland, and we're on that island. Let's just go with it. Nice. I clicked in the water and it says we're in the water. Whoops. But there we go, on this conservation area. All right, what do we have here? No road lines, but we have these poles with the alternating here. This one has two on one side, but same style, so it should be in Guam again. Or not again. I say again as if it was the last round, but we're not. Let's just throw it down in the middle. North Guam. There we go. And final round. Double yellow lines, studded, whatever. So should be Guam. And let's throw it down. And it's Guam. All right. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped in some way. And yeah, that's it.